Okay, so howdy. SacBe here. This is office yoga. This is meant to be something that you could do as a little break during your day from whatever kind of work you do. Tune into yourself, stretch some of your muscles, oxygenate the body, and overall just improve yourself. Improve yourself. Help yourself. A tool in the toolkit. Anyways, it's office yoga. You know what it is. I got to say a few things like if you do have injuries or hesitations, consult a doctor or health practitioner about it. You could definitely watch this first, see if it's something that you're comfortable with. In general, we will try to do everything for folks with limited flexibility and normal work clothes. I'm just wearing a t-shirt. We'll be sitting in a chair. That's about all that you need. So that said, what we're going to do is some stretching, some moving around, some twists, and I'll demo it for you and just talk about some of the benefits of it. Could hold it a few moments, do a little breathing, a little meditation at the end, and should be pretty good. Again, this is a test run, so still getting the hang of it, but excited. So let's go. All right. So to start off, just want to talk a moment about sitting in your chair. Doesn't really matter what kind of chair you have, but ideally your feet are flat on the ground and your back is fairly straight up. So you don't want to do this stuff leaning against the back of a chair. You want to come up to the front of the chair, and the two bottom bones of your butt are what you're sitting on. You could even reach under, pull the cheeks apart a little bit for that stability. And this is going to be the basic posture we have throughout it. So cover that first to start. Go ahead, just put your hands on your knees, take a big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We'll do two more of those, in through your nose and then out through your mouth. One more, we'll hold it a second longer. Hold, and then big exhale out. Shake your arms, relax. Okay, so start with a little stretching. When we're working at computers, arms are often bent up, or actually I shouldn't assume you're at a computer, not sure what kind of work you're doing, but we're going to start off with stretching the arms. So again, we're going to inhale and pick them up over the head like this, bending your wrists like this, which will create a little bit extra tension on the meridians and stuff in your arm. And we'll do this again with the breath. We'll do 3. So breathe in, hold and stretch up from your butt, push in with your feet, stretch up to the ceiling, then exhale. Inhale. Stretch up. Exhale. One more inhale. Stretch up. Flex the wrists, stretch the arms out, stretch the back, the head up. Exhale, come down and just sit for a moment, relax. And we're going to do something similar, this time the arms out to the side. So inhaling, push the arms out, and then exhaling, bring them together. Inhaling, exhaling apart. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, bringing them apart. Exhale, bring them together. Let's do one more of those. And I'll hold it a little bit longer. Squeeze your butt muscles, your back, your face. Create a little tension in your body, and then you're going to exhale, relax, and just sit there for a moment. Okay, take a few breaths, readjust. Just want to talk about this. When you bend your arm like this, like I said, it can create a lot more tension, a lot more flow. And as you work on it, you should feel a stretch come all the way into here. And working with that with little micro adjustments, it's going to help open up all of those energy channels in the body. Okay, so we've got our arms stretched. Let's move on to our neck, and we're going to do some slow neck rolls, basic stuff. So inhaling in. Exhaling, bring the head around to one side, slowly doing circles. Inhaling as you get back around to the back, and then exhaling as you come forward. As you do this, you could roll your eyes. So as you roll your head back, roll your eyes up and back, and then exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Now we're going to turn around the other way. So big breath in, exhale, head forward, inhale up, exhale forward. Just realize I can turn that. Inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up. Big breath in and hold, squeeze the muscles, your eyes shut, tension your muscles a little bit, and then relax. Bring your arms interlocked out front, deep breath in. Really stretch your arms out. And exhale, come down. And one more time. Really pulling the shoulders forward, stretching it out. Relax, making sure not to bend over too much. One more. Okay. Now, let's do a little twists. Twists are really helpful to do because what happens in all of our major organs and parts of our bodies, things can get sedated. And we want to give them a gentle squeezing and release motion so that it can take all the toxins or other things that are in there and just kind of help create that flow. So this is good for all your internal organs as well as your spine, creating flexibility in the spine. So depending on your comfort, you're going to be able to twist to different degrees. We want to find that spot that actually just feels like a comfortable, nice twist. You're not trying to like really increase your flexibility. Again, we want to kind of create that inner organ washing machine motion. So as we do this, you're going to probably want to put one hand on the back of the chair and one hand on the knee towards the direction you're stretching. All right, so we'll go one side and we'll go the other. We'll do that a few times in a row. The breath is going to be, you're going to inhale for you twist and then exhale into the twist. All right, let's do a few. Sit up tall, inhale in, exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee and exhale into the twist. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, left hand to right knee, twist, exhaling out. A little extra squeeze at the end of the exhale, inhaling in, coming around to the other side, exhaling out. Inhaling in, coming forward, exhaling out to the right. Inhaling into the forward, exhaling side. And big breath coming back forward. Sit up tall, hold the breath for a moment, squeeze your bum, your back muscles, your neck, your fists, your arms a little bit, your face, and then exhale and relax, shake it out a little bit. That should feel pretty good. Again, you could break any of these out and do them anytime. I'm going to show you one more twist that we'll do together. So that's a nice gentle twist. This other one is a little bit, has some more momentum to it. And we do it with kind of a swinging motion. And again, you want to do it just within comfortable. You're going to find that there's this like really comfy place that feels really nice. And that's the balance that you want to take. We're office yoga here. We're not like Ashtanga, you know, jumping up into handstands or anything. Not today. Not on this show. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the ideal position is your arms are straight out and your hands come to your shoulders with 4 fingers in the front and your thumbs behind the shoulder blade. The idea is that you have this parallel or perpendicular position to the ground with your arms. Now, depending on how huge your biceps are or your range of flexibility, you may not get it here. So some other positions, you could interlock the fingers behind the head, or you could interlock them and place them on the head. If none of that's comfortable and you just kind of want to hold them like this, that should be okay as well. All right, so we're gonna bring them onto our shoulders, and we're gonna inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And we're gonna do it with a pretty good pace. So I'll just show you real quick and I'll talk about it before we do it. So as you can see, there is a bit of a motion. I'm breathing in and out through my nose. I'm inhaling as I go left, exhaling as I go right. And the idea is that you get into this flow. So that helps with your magnetic field, kind of stabilizing your energetic and emotional body. But it also begins to twist the body, and you might hear your spine do a little something. So it'll help with that flexibility of the spine, which is important. And it should feel comfortable. Depending on your motion, it may not be that great. If doing this for your arms isn't great, then skip that. You got to use your intuition with these, but let's go ahead and try it out for a little bit. Now we're not really going to count. We're just going to do it for about a minute or so, maybe 30 seconds. We'll just kind of feel it out. And then at the end, we'll take a big breath in, like we've been doing, hold, squeeze a little bit, and then relax and exhale. One of my favorites. Okay, let's go ahead. Inhaling into the left, exhaling to the right. Now, as you go, you could begin to pick up the speed a little bit if you're comfortable, and you can stretch a little bit deeper in. You could also take slightly deeper breaths, really getting in that oxygen flow as you go. Inhaling left, exhaling right, breathing through the nose. And by now you should start to feel that swing in, and we don't want to stop quite yet. We want to do it a little bit longer, because with these motions that work with the magnetic field like this, you want to build up that energy so that it kind of creates that field and holds itself, stabilizes a bit. So a little bit longer. Inhaling left, exhaling right through the nose. If your arms get tired, you can put them up on the head for a little bit extra support. Work on opening up those armpits, opening those lymph nodes. Very important to get motion in there. Okay, almost done. A few more. And then take a big breath, come forward. Open your armpits wide, your arms up. Squeeze your muscles. And exhale, relax. Close your eyes and just hang out for a second. You should have a bit of a sensation when you finish that one. Okay, how's that feel? Good, I hope. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a forward bend now. We kind of created some flexibility in the spine. That way now we're gonna work on elongating it. So depending on your setup, not sure how this is gonna work for you, but what I'm gonna use is the back of a chair. You could also use a table, or if you're near a wall, you could use a wall as well. So the idea is that we're going to work on stretching the spine out this way, so up, and then we're also going to work on a forward bend as well. So the motion is down and out, stretching the spine up. And depending on your flexibility, you may be comfortable in a position like this, which is fine, because you're not necessarily worried about going flat all the way down. You're concerned with creating length in the spine. And this is so good for the vertebrae. You're going to feel it. It feels good. Now, don't do a really intense stretch. The thing we got to be careful about, especially for folks that are sitting a lot, for folks with back pain, is you don't want to do these too intense. We want to do a little gentle bit every day or throughout our week, and that's just going to help open things up. So if you go too intense with these, you might end up having a result of being in more pain the next day. So be careful with that, particularly when it gets into some of these working with the vertebrae. Okay, so the idea is that your hands are against the wall, or ideally on the back of the chair. Keep that magic water. Supercharged. Okay. So give yourself a little bit of space, and the idea is we're going to start about this position and create this length here, stretching it up, and then slowly step your feet back until you're comfortable with the stretch. And you should begin to feel it a little bit in the legs too. So plant your feet in well, about a shoulder width apart, and stretch up through the legs. And now we're not worried about being in a perfect L. What you're worried about is that you can feel a bit of a stretch in a leg, and you can feel a stretch in your spine, maybe even in your arms. And that's all we're looking. Try to look forward, breathe, and stay in the pose and relax. And you'll notice some micro movements. Keep breathing in and out, staying in this. And as you inhale, try to stretch a little bit more. And then as you exhale, relax. Again, real gentle. This should have a nice effect on you. Like, you shouldn't have to wait till you're done, or like, we're not building strength here. This should be comfortable. And if you are comfortable, ideally, the full pose would be come all the way flat down to there. And if you're more flexible than that and you're comfortable with forward bends, eventually after you do this pose for a little bit, you could come down into a forward bend if you want. But keep it here. We're going to stay here for a few more moments. Just breathe in deep. Stretching the legs. If you need to adjust and move during it, that's cool. I mean, this is your office yoga, like, very chill. So, stretch, and then take a big exhale out. Walk your feet forward. Stand up, and we're immediately just going to lift the shoulders up, lift the arms up, create that stretch. Exhale, relax. Okay, that should be nice too. We're going to do a few things standing now. So, you can't see it, but what we're going to do with our feet is slowly raise them and lower them. Raise them and lower them. So we're going to be coming on to the tip, not quite the tippy toes, but the front of our feet, coming up and coming back down. And I suggest that you either hold on to a table or put a hand on a chair just for balance for this. And we'll do a couple of these. Now, these are going to do a lot of things. You'll probably notice them as soon as you start doing them, especially if this isn't a movement you do a lot. But it helps stretch out the legs. What happens in the body is most toxin, or not most, denser things in the body tend to go down, either energetically or physically within certain systems. So when these things settle in our feet, this dense energy, we want to be able to try to open them up. Now, ideally, we're outside barefoot doing this, connected to earth, but okay, office yoga, we're going to do our best. If you can't take your shoes off, that might be nice, especially if you have some fancier shoes on, and that shouldn't be too weird in your office, but if not, you can even do them with most shoes, although probably not all of them. So we'll go ahead, we'll do a couple of these, inhaling as we go up, holding, and then exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, going up. You should probably automatically start to feel it. Exhale, going down. And start focusing on inhaling up, moving the foot, stretching the foot out a little bit more. Exhaling, going down. And then begin to draw the energy up the legs when you come up, squeezing your butt muscles, pulling it up, and then exhaling and relaxing. Inhaling up, drawing the energy up into the body, exhaling down. Inhaling up, drawing all the way up to the pineal gland in the center of the head, squeezing a little bit, exhaling, going down. One more, inhaling up, keep up, hold the breath for a moment, and then exhale. Yeah? Okay, now we'll go the other way, up onto the heel, bringing the front of the foot up, and this has a similar effect as before, just different muscle groups and sides of things. Also, so different parts of the foot as well. If you know reflexology, there's tons of stuff going on with the foot. So rolling around these different parts isn't a bad massage either. Okay, so this time we're going to be coming up onto the back of our feet. So our toes come up from the ground. Again, holding on to something. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And you should begin to feel different muscle groups moving. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep going at that pace. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Focus on stretching your feet, your toes out, really opening the foot wide, down. Then begin drawing the energy up the back of your legs, into the calves, into the knee, exhaling down, pulling them up, squeezing the butt muscles, drawing that energy up into the spine, exhaling down, inhaling up, bring it up into the chest, into the shoulders, exhaling down, and then finally one last one, hold a little bit longer, bring all that energy up into the pineal gland directly in the center of the head, squeeze a little bit, exhale and relax. Might want to shake your legs out a little bit. How's that feel? Right now we're not going to do it this time, but another way to do this, either a third part or just replacing those two, is to alternate them. So toes up, and then heels up, toes up, heels up. That's a really nice rock. And you could even do this in meetings a little bit if you're, or, standing around the office, like just kind of rocking, but you really focus on stretching. There, okay. We're gonna do a little light squats, so nothing too heavy. Again, we're trying to create movement and flexibility. So stuff gets stuck down in the feet, definitely stuff gets stuck in the legs. Our legs are some of our biggest muscles. So toxins, tensions, memories, emotions, all of these things get stored in our legs. So let's go ahead and work on some of these. Now with squats, you do want to be careful if you have knee issues, be cautious of that. If you have stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable, then maybe you skip this part, but I'll just kind of show you the basic flow of it if you're comfortable. So we're gonna put our hands on our legs to start. Inhale up, exhale down, and just take a little squat. And let me put it down. Ideally, you're just kind of vertical up and down. More than likely, you're gonna be a little bit forward like this, which is okay. You just don't wanna be too humped over, and don't go beyond what's comfortable with your legs. Again, should be a comfortable massagey type feeling. So we're gonna inhale up, keep looking forward, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. No, I didn't say this, sorry. Feet should be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart and pointing out like this, right? Because if you do them forward, it's gonna put extra tension on the knees, like a straight horse stance. But we want them to be open so that the hips are open and it's easier for us to flex, okay? Sorry about that. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now on the next inhale, as you inhale up, squeeze your butt muscles and your fists a little bit, draw that energy up, and then exhaling, let it go out down your feet. Inhaling up, exhaling, let it go down throughout your feet. Okay, so follow my hand motion. Inhale up with fists. Exhale, push the hands out. Not quite at that motion, but about there. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We'll do a few more of these. You should start to feel that. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more. Inhaling up. Hold and squeeze. And then exhale, squat down and hold that out for a moment. Oh, okay, and then come out. Whew, might want to take a seat. Feel good? Yeah. So, one of the nice things about that one and some of these that have consistent motion, and the reason we're doing this alternating tension release is because cells and energetics, you could say energetic cells in your body too, sometimes when they get dormant, the energy goes into this more dormant, depressed, down state. And when we squeeze and release, we're breathing air into them, creating movement. And then when you're finished and you hold and you relax after one of these, your body kind of feels this, right? Because all of these particles at an atomic, subatomic level, even just at the cellular level, are all kind of like this now. And that's a great thing. Now, another thing we could do to help with a lot of this is breathing. So we're gonna shift into doing a few breathing exercises, then we'll end with a little meditation. Okay. Hydrate. Okay. So the first one we're going to do are a couple long, deep breaths. And depending on how we breathe, it could have different effects. Some are going to be energizing, some are going to be relaxing. And we'll start with one that's just kind of an overall flood the body. It could calm it a little bit, but it also should be a little bit invigorating. And we're just going to do deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay? So as you breathe in, your body should kind of puffen up a bit. And as you exhale, that should relax a little bit. Now there's tricks for how to breathe from the belly and different approaches, but we're just gonna, just take a deep breath. You know how to breathe. All right, so take a big breath in, hold it for a moment, and exhale. Take a big breath in, and exhale. Keep going at that pace, breathing in. As you breathe in, stretch out, and then exhale. Let the muscles kind of move a little bit too. Breathe in, breathing into all the different muscle groups. Breathe out. Breathe in, hold it for a moment, breathing into all the organs. Exhale out. A few more, breathe into your head. Exhale, breathe out. Breathe into your feet. Exhale, breathe out. One more, breathe into your whole body and hold it. Breathe in a little bit more, and a little bit more. Hold it. Squeeze a bit. Big exhale out. And sit and relax. Now, there's a saying that it's actually the space between the yoga postures. That's the... Okay, let's do one more breath. This is a breath that is a bit invigorating. So sometimes we really want to slow the body down, and there are ways that we'll do that, and we'll look at different breathing exercises on the show. But today I'm going to do one that's a little bit invigorating, because sometimes we need that yoga break, but we don't want to go back to work. We want to go back to work aware and awake and creative, right? So this is one that can help with this. It's called Breath of Fire. And like all the breathing exercises, there are a lot of intricacies and aspects to this that you get with practice. So I'm going to start very basically. And basically, it's short breaths in and out. Like in and out through the nose. And what you can't see is that you're using the belly to pump the breath. So as you push the belly back, the navel, you're actually exhaling the air out. And as you let it out, you're inhaling. Or as you inhale, then it comes out. So a good way to start this is to take your hands and just put them on your belly and kind of play around with that. And it shouldn't be hard, real gentle. So you're not getting a muscular workout. We're not like making six-pack abs from this breathing exercise, okay? We're just, and if that connection isn't there for you of breathing through different parts of your body, using your belly to breathe, just short little kind of shallow in and out breaths. And we're gonna do this for a few moments. Ideally, close your eyes and just kind of tune out. And we'll do that for a little bit, and at the end we'll do a big breath in, hold it, inhale a little bit more, hold it, and then exhale out, and we'll be good. Okay, and we'll do a little meditation now. Okay, so Breath of Fire, hands on your belly, and you should feel it move a little bit. Again, if that connection isn't there for you, just short, shallow breaths. Actually, let's set a little bit slower pace to start and pick it up as we go. Exhaling out through the nose, in through the nose, inhaling. So you exhale, your belly should come in a little bit. As you inhale, it should come back out. Now, if you need to slow down even to a pace of that's fine, but this is kind of a normal Breath of Fire pace we've got here. Close your eyes, relax your whole body except for the breathing. Sit up tall, tuck your chin back a little bit. Again, if you need to slow down the pace, you can. That's fine. We're going to keep going. We're going to do a little bit longer of this because one of the things about the breathing exercises is you want to get to a critical mass point where you could really kind of have this powerful effect that goes throughout the whole body. Hormones are released. Keep breathing. Hormones are released. Energy is freed and activated, and that's what we're going for. So if you just do this for a few seconds and stop, it doesn't have quite the same effect. Ideally, you want to do this for 3 minutes, but even just 1 minute is fine. So a few more seconds here. Now, if you're comfortable, pick up the pace. Again, this is going to be activating, so think about building yourself up, boosting yourself up. Get ready to compound, do it. Okay, ready? Big breath in. Hold and squeeze your body. Face muscles. Inhale a little bit more. Squeeze. Inhale a little bit more. Squeeze. Big exhale out through the mouth. Stretch your arms out. Exhale out more. Stick your tongue out. Hold the breath out. Squeeze a little bit. Big inhale in. Just sit and relax for a moment. We're going to go into a meditation. Close your eyes. Let your breathing be whatever it needs to be. Consciously pay attention to the effects in your body and try to aid the feeling with your breath. Feel a feeling of joy, calm, of confidence. Inhale in, feel a feeling of possibility, creativity, accomplishment. A few more deep breaths here. All right, take a deep breath in. Clap your hands, rub them together. Hands in a prayer position, giving a moment of thanks and gratitude for yourself, for doing this for yourself. Exhale. And that's it. So again, this was a test run of office yoga. I hope you liked it. I'm going to kind of change it up here as I go. But again, this is something I wanted to do and share for a while. I know a lot of you watching are already kind of yogis, so thanks for tuning in. And I know that some of you just want to get into this a little bit more, so hopefully that helps. All right, all of my love. Until next time.